talk about my Crested Gecko who was egg-bound. My Crested Gecko I got as an impulse buy at a reptile expo. She was adorable. She climbed up my arm when I took her out. She was so sweet, and she just was so tame and just friendly, not aggressive in any way. When I took her home, she was the same. She was very active. She'd jump at the glass because they love to jump, so that's a good thing. But then a few years later, just this last spring, I noticed that she was looking kind of round, and she was not going up so high anymore. I wasn't seeing very many urates with her in her enclosure, so I was curious if she was getting enough water. So I gave her a syringe, just a little bit of water on the end, and to see if she'd lick it off. She made no movement. She just sat there. So then I kind of pushed some water through and left it on her mouth. And in the past, she's licked it right off, and she didn't. So I was getting concerned. She was looking a little round. She looked like she was making some motions to possibly get some eggs out. So I decided that I needed to take her to the vet. My other Crested Gecko had just dropped his tail, and I was going to take him to the vet, but he was not cooperating. So I decided I would take just her to the vet. First, the vet took her aside and did some x-rays, gave her a full exam. She said she's very sweet and friendly, which is the way she's always been. But she was concerned about her skeleton. She said that she looked a little bit thin, like her bones looked thin. And she asked me what kind of lighting she was given. And I told her just natural light, because that's what I had heard was what you should do for Crested Geckos. So the vet said she was concerned about MBD, which really made me worry and felt really bad. And she said that she knew that it was a little controversial, but every single animal should be given UVB. And after thinking about it, I mean, it makes total sense. They aren't always in the sun, but they can still catch sun rays even though they're hiding during the day. So I rushed to PetSmart. They actually carry Arcadia T5 bulbs. So I got a 12-inch one, so it would cover the full length of the top of her enclosure. The vet did a referral to another vet, a specialist that she knew. And the specialist took a look at the x-ray and said they did not think it was metabolic bone disease, which is good. But she did prescribe an added calcium supplement. I do give her a vitamin supplement, as I do with all my animals. They get a multivitamin that also has calcium in it. I also gave her that liquid calcium. Okay, Munchie's back from her vet appointment. Just gonna get her out of here. Can't really tell, but she's doing this little straining motion, and that's why I brought her to the vet. She was looking very round, and she's also looking like she's trying to get that egg out. She has 2 eggs, and I have a humid hide for her, or dig box. A couple weeks later, she was looking a lot better. I was very happy to see that she had a little bit more energy. She was more friendly. She was coming out, no longer hiding. She did go up to her bowl to eat. I had been bringing the food down to the bottom of her enclosure because I wanted to make sure she was eating. And she was doing it on her own. She was going to the bathroom. She was doing more activity. She still wouldn't let me pick her up because she still had eggs in her that she couldn't get out. So that had been a couple weeks later. A few weeks after that, she finally laid her eggs. So thank goodness she got those things out of her. So I'm going to continue to do the lighting. I have a humid box in there. I always spray down her enclosure really well, and I do have a humid box with sometimes just moss, sometimes moss and dirt. With her, I'm concerned that this might continue to be a problem, but I'm very glad that she got them out, and I'm hoping that these things help to change that. But I just wanted to share my experience and to just bring awareness that if you have a female reptile that lays eggs, because some of them do give live births, if you have a female, to make sure that you have a humid hide or some kind of dig box or something, depending on, of course, the species, to make sure that they have that ability to get what they need done so that they can lay those eggs, because otherwise they can become egg bound. I hope she never does, but it is a concern. So just wanted to let y'all know. Otherwise, she's doing great. She's very cute, just like she's always been.